Steve Maltzberg.
800-321-8828. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Steve Maltzberg Show. I am suffering from a little bit of a cold or something, so please bear with me. We welcome back our friend, Dr. Alveda King. She is a pastoral associate of Priests for Life and the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And hello, doctor. How are you? Welcome back.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm doing well, and thank you for taking the time to be with us. You know, I got to tell you, I am so glad that you speak out when you do, and the way you do, and the way that you have spoken out against Planned Parenthood. You know, these groups think they could put out press releases and the media will just buy whatever they say, print whatever they write, no questions asked, and they continue, groups like Planned Parenthood specifically here, continue to portray and exploit, in my view, your late uncle, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., as somebody who would embrace abortion on demand, embrace Roe v. Wade, and you say that's not the case.
It certainly is not the case. I wish everybody would visit www.priestforlife.org/African-American and click on the picture of Martin Luther King Jr., and it shows the speech that Planned Parenthood said my uncle gave. He did not attend the ceremony. His wife went. He didn't write that speech.
Well, he got an award from them in 1966?
Right, he received an award, but he wasn't there himself. His wife went and read a speech that somebody else wrote.
And what was the reason he did not go?
I'm not sure because that was a long time ago and I was much younger, but he did not attend. His wife attended. So all that was orchestrated to use. Margaret Sanger said that Negroes are like weeds and they need to be exterminated. We don't want the word to get out, so let's cultivate their leaders. So they invited him to do it, and I can't answer for him because I wasn't there, but he did not attend. He definitely didn't go. He definitely didn't personally receive the speech. He did not personally deliver the speech, and he definitely didn't write the speech.
Now, you say that every year Planned Parenthood goes through these shenanigans of talking about how since they picked him to receive an award, that he would approve of what they do today. And you say that your uncle stood for equal protection and nonviolence, and those are two concepts that are inconsistent with Planned Parenthood.
Especially since abortion was illegal all over America in 1966 when the award was given. And people have to realize that as well. And Martin Luther King said injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So certainly taking away a little baby's civil rights because you can't see him with your natural eye and saying it's okay to kill the baby with chemicals or ripping it apart with surgical tools and throwing it in a garbage can, that's unjust. He also said the Negro cannot win if he's willing to sacrifice the futures of his children for immediate personal comfort and safety. And so certainly abortion certainly sacrifices the children. I'm post-abortive. I was tricked by Planned Parenthood, and they lied to me and told me my baby was just a blob of tissue and it wouldn't hurt as bad as pulling a tooth. Well, that was a big lie. And they told me to keep it a secret, don't tell the church or my family. They would be my friend. And they really have been one of my worst enemies. So, oh, boy. What can I say?
Well, we're talking to Dr. Alveda King, the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King, here on the Steve Maltzberg Show. I want you to hear something also that Julian Bond, you might agree with this, you might not, I don't know. But Julian Bond said this on the Glenn Beck program the other day about your uncle. This is cut number 34018. 34018.
We don't remember the King who was the critic of capitalism, who said to Charles Fager when they were in jail together in Selma in 1965 that he thought a modified form of socialism would be the best system for the United States. We don't remember the Martin Luther King who talked ceaselessly about taking care of the masses and not just dealing with the people at the top of the ladder.
I just want you to hear one more. It's a short one. Here's cut 10. The next one.
So we've anesthetized him. We've made him into a different kind of person than he actually was in life. And it may be that's one reason he's so celebrated today, because we celebrate a different kind of man than really existed. But he was a bit more radical, not terribly radical, but a bit more radical than we make him out to be today.
All right. Was he radical? Was he a socialist? I mean, is this an accurate portrayal?
My uncle was radical after the kind of a man who is now our Lord Jesus Christ, or my Lord. And so certainly he wanted everybody to be fed, everyone to eat, everyone to be treated generously in the beloved community. But socialism as it exists today is not providing for people in the way that my uncle wanted to see people provided for. And so to imply that he would address any of the socialist positions that are existing today, that they're supporting abortion on demand, the destruction of marriage and family, a health care program that would pay for abortion. My uncle would not have supported any of that. I can say it. Yeah. I do remember him. I know him. I marched with him. My daddy is his brother. They're in heaven together. So I do remember Martin Luther King, and I can say that with all candor.
Doesn't it make you kind of, I mean, I know it does. It must, let me rephrase it. How sick does it make you to have, you know, these different people, these different groups claim your uncle for their own and then go ahead and misrepresent who he was?
Well, what this does, it energizes me to tell the truth. It encourages me and it motivates me to say that they're not telling the truth. I still have the spirit of Jesus that my uncle had, and my daddy, Reverend A.D. King, his brother. So I love people. I don't hate, and I don't reject, but I tell the truth. I speak the truth in love. And so what this causes me to do is to say that Julian Bond is not telling the truth, and he's skewing the truth. And I want him to remember that I do remember Dr. King very much, and that I have a dream. It's in my genes. And in my genes, there's no killing of babies and no making taxpayers pay for abortion in a tax bill.
All right. I got one other quick one, very quick. When you see Barack Obama talk, as he did today, about education and how important it is to get it to even the playing field with blacks and Hispanics, and then, you know, but what he's done doesn't really merit that because he cut the voucher program in D.C., for instance. He's really, indebted to the teachers' unions, and he places them above, in my view, African-American children in the inner cities.
Well, I just want to remind the president that certainly it is good and appropriate to give children good education. I believe in that, and it should be educational liberty where parents are involved in deciding if they want to homeschool or send their kids to private school, public school, or whatever they choose, and that everyone should have equal access to that. But one good way to take care of children is to make sure that they're not slaughtered before they're born so that they can grow up, go to school, and grow up.
Well, unfortunately, we have, as you know, with the march that you attended last Friday was a great success in Washington, the pro-life march, and we have the most pro-abortion president ever in our history.
And we're praying for him, at least I am, so let's keep praying.
All right, listen, thank you so much, Doctor. I look forward to the next time we speak.
Thank you for this opportunity.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Dr. Alveda King, ladies and gentlemen, the niece of Martin Luther King Jr., the founder of King for America, and also pastoral associate of Priests for Life, right here on the Steve Malzberg Show.